said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Dogs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Fielded in the end zone, it's Webb. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They run the reverse. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Turner. Finds his man, it's Shields. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Got a little space. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season with.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your 2nd drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible. And getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll walk that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. He lets one fly deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Turner. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Out of the backfield, he's open. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down. Number 19, on to punt it away.
Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. And the fake works if he can get the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Look out, he's got room. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover two zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback in his this unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
The option look. He'll pitch it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Second down coming up. They'll run play action, using his feet to buy time. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Webb. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get...
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Wants to throw. It's Turner. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside 30. Inside. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going from the onside kick. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets the give. Runs through a tackle.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down. Baby.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Turner. Got his man quickly. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, get ready to come back in this game.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble
possession, not to mention multiple scores. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Turner. Catch in the middle, it's Shields. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Turner. He's got it on the move. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
In the second half, looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Taylor. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let it loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Georgia sends out the punt team.
On to punt it away.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Rushes on him. Complete in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shit.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Looking for space. It's Hill. Got enough for the 1st down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Ready. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Bringing the heat. It as he throws. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football.
Turning it on. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder.
Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The play action fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
On the run, it's Davidson. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew.
There he goes. Knocked down for the tackle.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the defense not fooled at all as they stop this play at the line.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gap.
Snags it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Ready. Quarterback may change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Turner. Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38.
1st and 10.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Going to take a shot at this DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Might be calling a hot route. He slings it deep to the left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On fourth down, going to the air. Here comes the heat. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only